He's an exceptional talent, a big-bodied kid, a demeaning and intimidating presence out on the mound. So if he is able to really have a good outing here today, keep the Snipes at bay, I look to see the Oilmen have a really good chance of winning this ball game. As like you said, it's win or go home time, and if there's anybody I talked about on the post game yesterday, if there's anybody you have confidence in that can keep the season alive for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen, it's Keith Mailer, and he's the guy that will be pitching today for the Oilmen and hopefully giving them a legitimate chance to win this game and go back home tomorrow night for a final game in this series. Beautiful day for baseball here this afternoon. Sun's out, mid-80s. Yeah, definitely favorable conditions for baseball this afternoon. Wind just giving a little light breeze out to right field, but nothing that should really hinder the play here today. Great leadoff at bat here for Tyler Strozinski. Seen a lot of pitches, fouling a couple of them off. Definitely, again, you want to make this starting pitcher for the Lexington Snipes, Lamboli, throw a lot of pitches early. With a 3-2 record, though, for Lamboli as the next hitter, Stefano Belmonte comes up to the plate. He's mortal. I mean, he's obviously a guy that is not completely unbeatable. So the Oilmen will definitely have a chance in this ballgame, although he is an exceptional talent. Yeah, Keith Mailer, good start to this ballgame, attacking the hitter early, the leadoff man. Again, he's got just an overall great makeup of pitches, fastball, slider that just disappears on hitters. Yeah, even to the leadoff man, there were a few pitches that ran inside on the hitter. So Mailer's going to have to be conscious and not be trying to get too close, as, again, walks and hit batters will come back to bite you. Yeah, I had to do a lot to help myself from bursting out laughing, as that second to last pitch to the batter, Owen Miller, just completely fooled him, swinging out of his shoes. But that's just what Keith Mailer has the ability to do. Yeah, you said it yourself before this game that very likely that we will see a pitching duel between Lamboli and Mailer here today. And pretty much following that storyline through now the first inning and a half, as Zach Jones, the first baseman here today for the Oilmen, steps into the box. Yeah, the Oilmen hitters need to look to get their hands going a little bit quicker here today, as a lot of them have been swinging late at the fastball that Lamboli has been throwing. So again, you just need to get your lower half started earlier, get your hands going too, and try to get that ball out in front of the plate as Lamboli delivers high for ball one here to Jumonville. Jumonville, the catcher today for the Oilmen. Yeah, Brandon, that's primarily a product of, teams having their back against the wall and the opposing team with the lead in the series just really being able to shut the door. But as we said before this game got underway, if there's anybody on the Oilmen team, as the first pitch is taken for a strike to the hitter McCunn, leading off the inning for the Lexington Snipes, if there's anybody who's going to be able to get the Oilmen back home for a third game, it is the man on the mound in Keith Mailer. Yeah, the wind picking up a little bit here is definitely having an impact on the balls that are hit into the air. I see Seymour had to go back with the glove up, just kind of fading into the ball. Able to stick his mitt up and make the catch, though, so that's the important part. Yeah, Burlingmeyer, the hitter, at the plate, did a really nice job in the game yesterday, pitching in the first game for the Lexington Snipes. Yeah, that was a really nice breaking pitch that Burlingmeyer just couldn't make contact with as he swung through it for the second out of the inning. But Keith Mailer, again, nothing but business for this kid when he's on the mound. So that's why he doesn't waste any time out there getting into his next pitch. Yeah, that's just tremendous accuracy and command as the next pitch is taken inside for a ball that just missed the zone. But tremendous command for Keith Mailer, a really key aspect for any pitcher to have success. Yeah, you said it before about Keith Mailer. He doesn't allow the opposing team to string hits together or allow base runners to compound. So with 2 away in the inning, a walk surrendered, have faith that Mailer will be able to get the Oilmen back in the dugout without any damage as the first pitch is taken high and inside for ball one. On the hitter, Tyler Horchum, the right fielder today for the Lexington Snipes. Yeah, off the bat, the ball didn't seem to be hit all that well, but it carried out there into the left center gap. And as you said, Collegiate showing the range out there, able to run over in the gap, stick the mid up, and make the catch for the first out of the inning. Yeah, a very, very funny outburst from the manager, Billy DuBois, yesterday in the ballgame when he was ejected. Yeah, Day and Mailer, or rather Mailer and Lamboli, the two pitchers here today, just going at it for one another as far as, who's going to show up who, because they're both dominating here early. And Moranto being able to reach there via a base hit. That's the first hit in the game for either team, as only 2 base runners have been allowed by Mailer prior to that via a walk and a hit by pitch. So back-to-back hits for the 1-2 punch of Moranto and Tyrell at the top of the Lexington Snipes batting order. With 1 away in the inning, 2 runners in scoring position, Mailer going to have to bear down as the defense will stay back in their normal depth and then obviously look to get an out. Yeah, and just as we talked about early on in the game, how Mailer does a really nice job of not allowing the opposing team to string hits together. They rattle off 3 consecutive hits for the top 3 men in the batting order. So now runners at the corners with 1 away. The hitter Thompson up to the plate next. And the thing about the Snipes being able to score the first run in this game is that runs are going to be hard to come by with these 2 pitchers on the mound. So it's a big first run for Lexington to be able to push across the plate here in the 3rd. Yeah, as you said, Lamboli really just rolling through this Oilmen order, sending the first 9 hitters down and striking out 4. Yeah, big hit for Srozinski to be able to break up the streak of consecutively sent down batters that Lamboli had going in that situation. And again, he's just really been on a tear all year long for the Oilmen. But what I was trying to get to is when you have a guy on the mound like Lamboli who's just having his way with your lineup, you need to make him throw a lot of pitches, look to foul some pitches off, and just really make him work out there and not make it easy for him to just go through and retire hitters. Yeah, not much of a reaction as far as the call goes from the Oilmen or Oland, but very close to landing on the foul line down that right-hand side. Would have been a really fortunate bounce and a fortunate play, but a foul ball ruled and Oland back in with a 1-1 count. We'll do it again. Lamboli's biggest pitch here today has been that outside fastball that the Oilmen have really looked to try to pull when they need to try to punch it into right field. But he's located it well, and the Oilmen hitters have just been flailing at the ball on that outer half. Oh, absolutely. He's just a 5-tool player. He really is. He can hit for power, he can hit for contact, he can run, he can throw, and he can field. He's about as good as it gets as far as players in the Midwest Collegiate League. Big at-bat here for Belmonte with a runner on 3rd and only 1 away. The Snipes pulling their defense in halfway, but a situation where you have a chance to score a run. Yeah, perfect, absolutely perfect situational hitting right there by Belmonte, just putting the ball into the outfield. And with Srozinski's speed, as you just mentioned, just able to cruise into home plate to tie the game in a big way for the Oilmen here, as again, runs are going to be hard to come by with these 2 pitchers dueling the way they are today. That's just perfect situational baseball. It really is. Everything that could have gone right for the Oilmen in that situation did. Just with Oland hitting the ball to the right side, allowing Srozinski to advance to the 3rd, and then Belmonte driving the ball to the outfield to give Srozinski a chance to tag and score. That situational baseball is something that the Oilmen have not always done well this year, but executing it to absolute perfection here in this inning. Yeah, it's just important now with Fred Smart on base with 2 away, but it's important to put a little pressure on the pitcher Lamboli. Just make him uncomfortable, make him have to throw out of the stretch. And the Oilmen, again, with Srozinski leading off the inning with a shot to the outfield, able to do that here and tie the game. But it's just really what you need to look to do. Again, throw a guy out of his rhythm when he's grooving. The 3 early strikeouts victims for the Oilmen today, Srozinski, Belmonte, and Jones. Srozinski and Belmonte had success in their second time around. Let's see if Jones can get something going himself. But yeah, as you just said, big double play to end the last half inning for Keith Mailer, getting Deion Thompson. They grounded to a nice 6-4-3 double play. Taylor made about as good as it gets. But a leadoff runner on now for the Snipes. Mailer's back to work. Yeah, definitely a little swing in momentum for the Oilmen to end the inning the way they did and not allow a run to score and then getting one back for themselves to tie the game. Yeah, the Snipes doing a really good job here today. Over the course of the last 2 innings now against Keith Mailer, able to string a couple hits together. Just again, very uncharacteristic, but now the catcher, Cale Robinson, I would be really surprised if he was not bunting in this situation with 2 aboard and nobody out. Yeah, great execution by the Snipes. Not necessarily the best location for a bunt, as it did have Keith Mailer thinking about going to second base because it was bunted right back at him. But now runners on second and third with 1 away. Mailer facing the 8-9 hitters here for the Snipes. Needs to bear down and try to miss some bats here. Yeah, tough to let a runner score in that fashion, but the ball didn't get too far away from Jumonville as he was able to get a piece of it. But bounding away from him as he was able to retrieve the ball, just not in time to get the sliding McCunn at the plate. Yeah, job done nonetheless for Horcham. Able to put the ball in the outfield to give Berlingmeyer enough time to score. Yeah, just able to take an outside fastball and punch it through the right side hole past the diving Zach Jones at first. So now turn the batting order back over to Chris Moranto. But yeah, just as you said, a big inning for the Oilmen to try to come back and tally some runs of their own after surrendering 2 in the prior inning, just to stop the momentum for the Snipes and gain some of their own. As the number 9 hitter here today, the second baseman, Brian Seymour, climbs into the box. Right, absolutely. I mean, in this kind of situation where it's win or go home, you don't need to say anything.
Playoff baseball.
It's playoff baseball, absolutely. You just need to come ready to go. Yeah, pulled the string on that one. Really nice pitch by Lamboli. Yeah, typical 2-strike pitch trying to climb the ladder. Srozinski, a savvy hitter, not going to be baited by the high heat. 3-2 pitch upcoming. Don't want to walk the leadoff man, so I have to attack the strike zone here. Yeah, great location in the strike zone. A pitch that could go either way, but Mailer getting the benefit of the call. And the first batter retired in the inning via strikeout for Keith Mailer. Which it would be hard to believe Mailer not continuing his career at Cumberland College.
Yeah, I imagine he will continue in some fashion.
He's a tremendous talent. It would be a shame to see him hang him up. But at the end of the day, it's really how the guy's feeling, whether or not he's enjoying the game. Always appreciate getting some new ears tuning in to Oilman Baseball on the Oilman Radio Network and the voice of the region, WJOB, 1230 AM. Yeah, that's a product of having 2 really quality pitchers out on the mound in Lamboli and Mailer, guys that really just worked efficiently and quickly all game. Yeah, the Oilmen in this inning now with a runner aboard and 1 away need to look to string some quality at-bats together, as they have not really done so throughout the course of the game. 2-0, now want to look for a fastball. Lamboli again doing a really nice job keeping the fastball on the outside corner. And the Oilmen, to this point, not really able to do much with that pitch, but a pitch that you definitely need to look to go the other way with. Yeah, fortunate to get the call on that play. Smart digging out of the box, able to beat the throw just by a hair. And now Zach Jones, the next hitter for the Oilmen, with a single in his last at-bat. Yeah, it's just efficient. He's been touched up for 3 runs, but still looking strong in this game, Keith Mailer. Lamboli delivering his 71st pitch on the afternoon to even the count at 2-2 with 2 away to the hitter Zach Jones. But the Oilmen need to really look to get him out of this game. Yeah, as I said early on in the game, that the wind was really only a light breeze to start off the ball game, but it's picked up here in the later innings, and that ball was toyed with by the air as it was falling to the ground, allowing Jones to reach on a base hit. Burlingmeyer 2 hits on the day, following a victory for him in the start yesterday. He's on a little bit of a roll here as far as producing positive things for the Snipes team. Yeah, nice work. Nice throw by Jumonville to get the runner Burlingmeyer. Hit and run, presumably on, again, as you said, as Robinson fouls the next pitch away, but Robinson caught swinging through that last pitch, allowing Jumonville to throw down to second base to get the runner. Yeah, like you said, only 3 at-bats remaining for the Oilmen to try to make up the 2-run deficit that they currently face. So they'll have to look to get runners on and manufacture runs, as 2 runs may be a tall task here today against the talented Lamboli. Yeah, great start to the inning for the Oilmen. Now with a runner on to lead off the inning, the team is going to really look to need to get him around to score, as you can't squander lead-off base runners. Yeah, Turnock, a guy that just really has an unbelievably solid approach at the plate. A walk today and the big RBI double now puts him in scoring position for Seymour, who singled in his last at-bat. And the Oilmen have some life going now here in this game. Big hit right there, though. Turnock, again, just crushing that ball into the left center gap. The center fielder, Day, taking a poor route to get to the ball, unable to field it as it was bouncing up against the wall. That's what allowed Geraci to score. And now the Oilmen chase by 1. So Seymour with 2 strikes now, forced to swing away in this situation with the tying run at second base and nobody out. Yeah, unfortunate situation there for the Oilmen to not be able to move the runner over to third base, but the top of your batting order coming up in the form of Strozinski, Oland, and Belmonte. 3 guys you have a lot of confidence in up at the plate, so hopefully one of those guys will be able to drive this run across, as now with only a few innings left here and a runner on second base, you need to try to get that guy in. Yeah, especially now with the 2-0 count, the pitcher Lamboli not looking to give Strozinski something he can drive. That's a tough call right there. Low and away in the zone, but the low strikes have been there today. It's now 2-1 to the hitter Strozinski. Yeah, huge miscue by the center fielder Day right there to drop that ball. The sun definitely having an impact here, as the Snipes will now look to go to their bullpen. Yeah, full count, nowhere to put him. Tremendous talent on the mound, tremendous talent in the box. It's going to be a big pitch upcoming. Yeah, now with still only 1 away in the inning, the bases loaded. The speedy Strozinski at third base, so a ball to the outfield will likely be able to score the runner. Anything but a double play, twin killing, will hopefully get the Oilmen in top in this ballgame. Fred Smart, just a great piece of hitting right there, able to power that ball through the hole between the third baseman and the shortstop to drive in too. And the Oilmen now on top in the ballgame, a big comeback, showing a little bit of that tenacity and that grit that the Oilmen had with the magic that they were able to pull off early in the season with a lot of late inning comebacks. Yeah, the Oilmen taking advantage of the opportunity that was given to them by the error on the center fielder Day, who comes up to the plate to lead off the inning for the Lexington Snipes. But Keith Mailer now with a 2-run lead is the guy that you are going to go to in this situation to hold down the fort and put you guys back at home for a Game 3. Yeah, I got to imagine in this situation, you're leaving the wizard Keith Mailer out there on the mound until he throws in the white flag and says, I can't go. Great sequence in this at-bat by Keith Mailer to the hitter Tyrell, starting him off with a slider that broke into the zone for strike 1 and then a hard fastball. The Snipes team is hungry for a playoff series victory. The Oilmen attempting, though, to not satisfy that craving. Yeah, this is a big inning right here, coming off a 4-run inning for the Oilmen and taking the lead. Mailer needs to not allow a run to cross. So a big pitch upcoming on the 2-2 count. Yeah, big out right there. Great play by the center fielder. Strozinski able to hustle in and slide on one knee to make the sliding catch. He just is a tremendous defensive player, a guy you love to have in center field because you know the range that he has and his ability to run down balls, as a lot of other center fielders would not have been able to get there, but Strozinski flashing the leather and making the catch. Yeah, Tyler Strozinski and Joe Kennedy are definitely right up there as the 1-2 punch as the top two talents in this Midwest Collegiate League. Dracy, the leadoff man last inning, able to reach base and spark the rally for the Oilmen. Vermillion, the pitcher now for the Snipes, a hard-throwing right-hander. But the Oilmen have had success against the bullpen all year long. Yeah, as you can see, the difference between Lamboli, the starter, and Vermillion, the reliever, and the effect that it's had on the hitters, as Vermillion, again, has a little giddy up on that fastball, throws much harder than the starter. Yeah, 2 away in the inning for the leadoff man, Strozinski. Able to reach base 2 times here today and come around and score both times. Again, he's a cog in the machine for the Oilmen. Big key piece at the top of this batting order. Yeah, that's a really nice piece of hitting. Again, taking that outside fastball where it's thrown and just driving it into right field. Strozinski's just a talent. He really is. He's a fun kid to watch play the game of baseball. A couple really nice pitches to start off this at-bat for the pitcher, Vermillion. A couple off-speed breakers that had the knees of Oland buckling a little bit in the box. Full count, 2 away. Runners are going to get a head start, giving Turnock the opportunity to score on a base hit. Yeah, when tomorrow's not guaranteed, you need to pull out all the stops, and Coach Enright clearly doing that here today. Yeah, great communication by the right fielder and second baseman, as that ball wasn't very deep into the grass, but Oland able to track the ball all the way as Seymour was struggling to see it. So Oland able to put the glove up, make the catch, and get the Oilmen 1 out closer to victory here with 1 away now in the 8th inning. Yeah, Howell, the new pitcher for the Oilmen, again, a guy that has been great for the Oilmen when they've needed him, and no bigger spot than here in the playoffs. Yeah, Seymour flashing the leather over there at second base as the ball jumped up on him as it hit from the grass to the dirt. Seymour able to keep his eye on the ball and stick it in his mitt and make a great throw.
Brandon, who do you like?
I got to go with Josh Turnock. RBI double, single later in the game, walked as well, so he's 2 for 3 on the day. But yeah, I mean, Turnock, again, a great day at the plate. But Fred Smart also definitely in the conversation. He does only have 1 hit on the day, but the biggest hit in the ball game to deliver 2 RBIs as the first pitch is taken low to Jumonville. 2 RBI single in that 7th inning allowed the Oilmen to take a 2-run lead as the game was tied when he was up at the plate. So, again, they needed the 1 hit really to break it open as they had tied the game on the walk to Belmonte. So, Fred Smart also in the conversation. Yeah, again, that run not meaning a whole lot considering it is a 2-run game, but a leadoff man aboard. Howell just needs to bear down and focus on getting this guy right here and Coley Day, the 9-hitter in the order. First out of the inning, big out for Christian Howell. As again, every man sent to the plate now is the tying run in the game with the runner on second base. Strozinski, though, able to range over and make the catch for the first out of the inning. It'll be Brandon Murray warming up as quickly as he can out there for the Oilmen. But, yeah, 2 doubles in the inning. Now have the Snipes within 1, and the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up with 1 away. Howell's got his work cut out for him. What a ball game, Brandon. What a ball game. The Oilmen able to tally 4 runs in the 7th inning to come back and hold on to the victory 5-4. The Snipes made it exciting in the 9th and kept it close, but the Oilmen and Christian Howell able to shut the door and give the Oilmen life and one more chance to take the series now at Oil City Stadium tomorrow night.